Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rose Outdoors. I got some special guests today. Got a couple guys from Helena. We're going to be talking about a couple of products that they got coming out that you sportsmen are going to love. And we're just going to be doing some fishing, maybe give you guys some history about the company of Helena. So y'all come along for the ride. We're going to have a good time today.
Brother, it's a long road from Amistad to Toho. Doesn't matter which way you go, miles are all the same. When you finally get there, when you pull the cover off, then it's time to get a little bit lost out on the lake. Gonna bag this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Weatherman says there's a cold front coming down. Bring it on, I've seen it all by now. I can catch 'em shallow, I can catch 'em deep. Open water or the back of the creek. The wind and rain to me, it's all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman.
There's that one that was on the edge of the grass.
There you go.
He was sitting right there on the edge of that grass.
There we go.
There's Michael with one.
He snuck up on it. Heck yeah.
Turn around and show him to the camera, Mike.
Nice fish, yeah.
So you're just gonna throw it out there in the weeds and you're just gonna let them tails kick. Hold your rod tip up because you'll feel that grass, and when you do, kind of snap it out.
Snap it up?
Snap it, just keep
Okay.
snapping it out of the grass. You're just imitating a crawfish. There's a nice one. Atta boy. That's why we brought you along.
Didn't think my presentation was on.
Just kind of every now and then, when you start feeling grass, like you want to reel real fast right now because there's going to be grass, and then just kind of slow it down and just kind of snap it. You'll feel it out of that grass, and that's usually when they eat it, when you're snapping it out of the grass.
Towards the bank?
And you should get those ones on the edge of the grass up there. Rage bug bass. Strike cream rage bug. Piece of wood. What you got?
Grass, I think.
Milfoil, coontail? No milfoil.
Nice fish.
I'm seeing a lot of fish on top of the grass.
There we go.
What you got back there, Bill? I hear you.
We got something.
I hear you.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Old blue pulled her through.
All you had to do was switch to black and blue.
That's right.
Good night. Did he eat it?
He took her right through there, didn't he?
Let me see if I can help
There we go.
There it is.
Nice fish.
Hey.
Good job, man. Thanks, buddy.
Attaboy.
Bill, you're beating me, I know that.
Hey, Bill.
I don't know.
Bill,
Yes, sir.
got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So people been asking me, you know, we created this new partnership with Rose Outdoors and Helena, and people been asking this year, they come up and say, Mark, what's that big yellow Helena or Helena? I tell them, you know, it's a ag chemical company. It's hard to explain. There's lots of different facets and
Sure.
you guys got a lot of different stuff, but tell us a little bit about the history of how Helena came along.
Yeah, Mark, we got a great history. You know, the company was founded in 1957, not too far from here.
Yeah.
In West Helena, Arkansas. A fellow by the name of Billy Mitchell was a pilot in World War II, and after the war, he come back to West Helena and had a buddy that was a chemist, and Billy was a pilot, and his buddy made chemistry at night, and Billy would fly it on cotton during the day. So that's how it all started.
Wow.
You know, back in '57, and today we've grown to be an organization with about 600 locations across the country. We service agriculture in all facets. We're more than a chemical company. We're a supplier of technology and seed and fertilizer for the agriculture community, but also for the specialty market. You know, Mark, we work with folks, golf courses to sports turf to, boy, you name it. We're touching it, aquatics, and that's one of the reasons that we wanted to get together. A lot of our customers are sportsmen.
Right.
And, you know, what a better relationship for us to connect.
Yeah, no doubt. Even your farmers, you know, a lot of farmers out there hunt and fish, and it's just, there's a lot of synergy there.
There really is, and you know, when we look at culture is a big part of our organization, and you know, Mark, we align culturally between Rose Outdoors and Helena, and we think there's a good fit there to help each other and promote each other and sports and, you know, some of the products and services that we do with y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. I know whenever I came to Crowley's Ridge out here, I was dealing with weeds, stuff I'm dealing with right now, like in fishing. I dealt with it around my property and lake and all that good stuff. And you know, I had a lot of people tell me a lot of things, and a lot of it steered me wrong. And
Sure.
I went into the local Helena store, a buddy of mine, his father-in-law works there, and just started talking to those guys. They were nice. They set me down. They understood that hey, we realize you don't know much. Let's teach you something.
Sure.
And from there on out, I knew I wanted to buy my chemicals and everything from Helena, because every time I'd go in, I had a different question, and they were just so helpful. And one thing led to the other, and here we are with a big Helena sticker on the side of our
running around the country.
Yeah.
Fishing tournaments. Well, you know, Mark, I think that's a really important point. You know, while we're a pretty sizable organization, like I said, 600 stores across the U.S., I think it's important to point out to folks that our employees are grounded. They're from the community. They're involved in the community.
Right.
They're the 4-H leaders, the baseball coaches. They're on the school boards, and that's an important part of Helena and our culture. And you know, we're there to service the community for all of their product needs, whether it be agriculture or whether it's their home operation,
Right.
neighborhoods, that sort of thing.
Good deal. Well, I know I am enjoying the partnership, and look forward to learning more about the company and help you guys promote all the chemicals. We're going to talk about a couple of them with Michael here after a while, but
Yeah.
it's fun to be able to think outside of the fishing world and promote something that we all need and can be educated on.
Yeah, we're definitely, our core mission is to help produce more food and fiber and fuel for the world and make it a nicer place to live in and in our case today, fish in.
That's right. Bill, they're not biting the swim jig.
Not biting this guy today. Well, they're getting on it. There we go.
Get him.
Uh-huh. What you got, Bill? Yeah.
There we go.
Nice and
Get him off that wood.
Yeah, just off that stick there.
I was thinking that little swim jig ought to catch him in this.
Right environment for him, for sure. Yeah, good fish.
There he is.
There he is.
Put it on him, Michael.
Heck yeah.
Little.
Double hook set, triple hook set. He ain't too little.
Nice fish.
One of you got brave enough to come up and bite it. Fighting all that wave action. Little fighting size, Mark. Little fighting size.
I like it. I like it. They fun, aren't they? All right, a couple of the products that I'm real excited about from Helena is Trico Pro and Tricera. Tricera more for the lake owner, and Trico Pro for the deer hunter farmer that, you know, is infested with deer. I planted a food plot back here last year. Man, everybody told me, Mark, you can't get beans. I got them up to be about like that, and I was so excited. The next morning, gone. I saw what they were talking about. The deer density is pretty strong right here, and so I'm excited about using this product this year. Tell us how to use it.
Yeah, Mark, Trico Pro, it's real easy to use. You know, we're proud of the product. We launched it a couple of years ago, but it's really user-friendly. It mixes well, it pours well out of the jug. It's not clumpy. You know, a lot of products and deer repellents out there, they're hard to use. They have solid pieces in them.
Yeah.
A lot of them they smell really bad to us, you know, as humans. And it's not about smelling bad to us. We just want it to smell bad to deer, right?
Right.
So this product is really good because it doesn't bother you in your nose, but to a deer it smells terrible. And it also works by taste repellent. So not only is it the smell that's keeping them out, but also the taste. So if they happen to get close to it, if they were to take one bite, that would be the last one. They wouldn't want any more.
I got you.
So yeah, it's got a wide rate range, so you can apply anywhere from a quart per acre broadcast, so apply over the whole field, or you may even want to go up to something like a gallon per acre. So the more product or the higher the rate that you apply per acre or per area, the longer that repellency will be and the more potent it will be. But we have a lot of scenarios, a lot of customers who have gotten really good results from something like a quart or 2 quarts per acre. The key with Trico is just make sure you get it on as much green foliage as you can get it on.
So it's not like a fence, a barrier spraying around the out. You're actually putting it on the plant.
We have a lot of customers who use it both ways. You kind of have to figure your deer out and see what they respond to.
Yeah.
Some people can just apply a perimeter application around the area of the field, and that will keep their deer out. Other people, they have really high deer pressure, really high deer densities, and those deer are really hungry. Maybe they don't have anything else to eat for a long ways away from your property. That's going to really stress the product and the capability, so you may need to cover a broader area with more product.
Okay.
So it's kind of get a feel for your deer and your property and what they respond to, what works the best, because we've seen different effects depending on where we were in the country.
Right. Trico Pro, I'm looking forward to using this. I'm gonna document my beans for y'all this year, so we'll find out how good this stuff works, and I hope to get them big 6 foot tall beans like I've been hearing about everybody gets.
It has saved many a soybean grower and cotton grower in the last couple of years, so I hope it does the same for you, Mark.
Well, I hope so too. Now, I'm a lake owner, and I'm real excited about Tricera. Tell me about Tricera and how I'm going to use it on my pond right here.
Yeah, Tricera is a very broad spectrum, broad use herbicide that we've had in the market for well over probably 15 years now. It's a triclopyr herbicide, so triclopyr is the active ingredient. But what's special about Tricera is it's a specialized formulation that we made in-house, a proprietary formulation of Helena Products Group there in Memphis. And it's the acid form. It's very active, and it has a lot of extra ingredients in that formulation that just improves the way it performs. It gets into the weed quickly, and it performs under a lot of different conditions in the environment and your water quality conditions. It's just highly effective. Broadleaf weeds, just in general, it's very effective on just a broad range of broadleaf weeds, but also woody vegetation. So, you know, you think about your pond or fence rows, tallow tree, willows, anything that's kind of a non-target or something that you don't want growing on your lake or your pond bank or fence rows or your property. There's a lot of species out there that just will take over. They don't allow the natives, you know, and the diversity to be out there, which is what you want. Tricera is a great product to use. It will take out any of those woody plants, those small trees, or your fence rows or any of your broadleaf weeds.
Yeah.
Food plots the same way. When you're getting ready to prep to do your food plots, you know, be conscious of Tricera being a great broadleaf control product. And if you got thistles and other unwanted broadleaf weeds out there in that area,
Pigweed?
You know, yeah, pigweed, it'll wipe it out.
Sweet.
Yeah. Just have to probably apply it a couple of weeks before you're going to plant, because there's probably a little bit of a plant back interval that you need to be conscious of. But man, Tricera, it'll knock out the hardest weeds out there. Great
What
product.
I'm excited about is it will not damage my habitat. I mean, my fish and things that are, you know, aquatic animals.
Right. Tricera does have an aquatic label. It is labeled for aquatic use. So you can apply it around your pond or in the pond. It's great on a lot of your aquatic weed species, submerged weeds, the emergent, so primrose type species, or alligator weed, water hyacinth, things like that. Yeah, Tricera is great. Just broad spectrum, great control, safe to your fish and your native animals and vegetation out there.
I need a couple of these full of Tricera and Trico Pro as soon as I can get them.
We'll try to get you hooked up, Mark.
All right, buddy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'll be showing you guys how to use them. Stay tuned. Come on, Bill. Get him, baby. Woo! Look at there. Look at him. Look at him. Get him out of there. I'm talking about I needed 2 bass and my boys just went to work. I needed 1. Yeah.
Healthy fish.